Welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Anna Maria, and I'm here with another pre-channeled message by the Pleiadian High Council, which I'm hoping is going to be the one that offers you the opportunity for the next big shift in your understanding as it relates to yourselves, and thusly the way you show up in the world, the way people respond to you, the way you create the experiences that you will get to experience. I think a lot of times we ask, or at least I do, like, what's the next thing I should be doing? What's the next thing I should be working on? Always looking for, I don't want to say like a hack, because there are no hacks, but trying to figure out what it is that I should be focusing my efforts on. And for the last few weeks, the answer keeps coming back to self love. And the understanding that I've been given is that this is truly the foundation of what we are here to work on, and it is the platform on which everything else is built. So it's kind of like a house of cards type situation. If that foundation is rocky, that's going to express in all aspects of our lives. Now, this has been a theme that I have been on personally for, every single year since I've incarnated on this planet. It's definitely been, I feel like I've really had the opportunity to make shifts of my own as of late. And it's very interesting to see where I've been before versus where I am versus where I know that I'm going. And, it really does come back to the beliefs, examining my limiting beliefs, trying to figure out which core beliefs I want to keep reinforcing, and watching how the world around me responds to me when I am in a limiting belief versus a core belief. Um, we've all heard that we shape our reality. And this is, of course, true, but I think what follows that is that our beliefs shape our reality. And examining what our beliefs are about ourselves, about others, about our expectations is a very interesting exercise because it gives us the chance to see what we've been calling into our experiences thus far, and it gives us an opportunity to start calling in different experiences. It sounds simple, so it's one of these things that's like, it's not as easy as it sounds, but it's also not as complicated as we make it, I think, or at least as I've made it in the past. I shouldn't speak for everyone. But I think that's where I'll leave it for now. I'll go ahead and bring up this week's message and we can hear what the PHC have to say. So let's just take a second and bring them into our spaces. They say, greetings to each of you. We are the Pleiadian High Council, delighted as always to be here. This week, we'd like to talk to you about the standards by which you hold yourself. Not because you are lacking, far from it, but because part of the growth is the invitation to refine and realign with the frequencies you seek to embody. But here is what we wish to make clear. To hold yourself to a higher standard is not to demand more of yourself out of self-judgment, but to recognize that you are worthy of the love, care, and reverence such a standard implies. It is not about being better. It is about being in a deeper alignment with the truth of who you are. And at the heart of this refinement today is self-love. You cannot love another if you do not love yourself. Many hear this aphorism, often dismissed as a cliche, and almost rejected outright, pointing to the love a parent has for a child as a counterexample. And while the love of a partner, the love of a parent is profound and unconditional, consider this. Haven't we all received love from someone who did not love themselves? And while their love may have been indeed real and true, is it possible that it was also burdened, strained, or incomplete in ways that could be felt, in actions that were perceived in potentially unloving ways, perhaps even in ways that left a mark? Love given from a place of self-neglect carries with it weight the weight of its own wounds, its own doubts, and its own limitations. And so today's message is to hold yourselves to a higher standard of self-love, not as a luxury, but as a foundation. To recognize that the way you treat yourself, the way you honor your own worth, will ripple outwards into every connection you have. And to begin looking at others through the same lens as a way to understand how love is both received and given. Take care of your body in love, and it will take care of you, not just through food or movement, but through the way in which you speak to yourself, the way in which you regard your form, the ways that you witness your own existence. Every thought you have about yourself is added to the pile of the matter that creates your reality. So if your inner dialogue is punishing, ask yourself, what belief am I holding that tells me I am undeserving of gentleness? Holding yourself to a higher standard does not mean you should strive for some unreachable version of perfection. It means you recognize your inherent divinity and treat yourself accordingly. And I love this. Above all, we urge you to release the habit of self-judgment. It is counterproductive to shame yourself for every misstep, including the thought, I don't love myself enough. Self-love is not an achievement to unlock. It is a way of being, a practice, and a vibration that you hold. It exists in grand acts of healing, as well as small choices. Resting when you are tired, forgiving yourself when you slip, honoring the pace at which you grow, honoring the life you've created for yourself. Self-love shapes your reality in ways far beyond what you may realize. The way you perceive yourself dictates what you allow, what you expect, what you unconsciously draw towards you. If you see yourself as unworthy, the world will reflect that belief back to you in 1,000 ways. If you cultivate love for yourself, that too will be projected outwards, reshaping your experience at every level. When was the last time you truly felt love for yourself? If not recently, then let it be today. If you're in a safe space, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and focus on your heart space. Let a warmth begin to gather there, a soft, energetic charge building with each inhale, expanding with each exhale. Now take your hands and hold yourself in a way that feels natural, crossing them over your heart, cradling yourself, resting them gently somewhere on the body. Find a position that feels kind and loving. Here we invite your higher self into your space, to bring with them the knowing of who you are, of your worth, your wholeness, exactly as you are in this moment. And now allow the energy gathered in your heart to expand outward, flowing around you in a toroidal field, cycling back in and recharging with each pass. The energy may take on a color, a sensation, a frequency. However it presents, let it wash through every cell of your being, filling you up with love. And now just sit here. Sit in this energy for a few cycles of breath. Let it soak into every cell of your being. This love is everything. You are everything. You create this experience, and it is perfect. because you're the one who chose it. And for those of you who wish to pause the video here and sit in this energy, I encourage you to do so. Otherwise, we will continue. You ask for faster paths to your spiritual evolution. And while there is no shortcut, the answer to ascending to higher vibrational experiences requires deep commitment and consistency. Love yourself, is what we say. This is the crucial step, the one that will change everything. How you view your world, how you show up in the world, how others see and treat you, and most importantly, how you treat yourself. As you move forward on this path, remember, growth is not linear. There will be moments of profound clarity. There will be times of forgetting, of slipping into old patterns, of feeling lost. This does not mean you've failed. It simply means you are human, navigating the spirals of remembrance. And with each return to yourself, with each choice to realign, you reinforce the love that is your foundation, that is the fabric of your earthly experience. Through it all, love yourself, radically and unconditionally. You are love, you are loved, and we love you. Always. Until next time, dear ones. And that's the sweet's message. And I would invite each of you to take a few moments after this video, if you can, and just write down some of those beliefs that don't feel in alignment anymore, by bringing them into our conscious awareness, something that we can observe, better understand, and work through. We can shift out of the old patterns, thought and behavioral patterns, and into new ones. We can clear away the old blocks. We can see what's attached to them, what experiences in this incarnation or others may be anchored in. And sometimes we don't even need to go that deep, but sometimes we do. So by going through the process and giving ourselves the opportunity to see what it is that we're dealing with, we can more easily clear it away and make space for the new. And I guess the parting message is that you are worthy exactly the way you are. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I'll see you guys next week.